supposed to be nice weather Saturday. Not that I'm actually going to have time to work on anything, but with other commitments. But thought it would be smart to remove the weather stripping. It's still nice and soft. Yeah, it's torn there, but I still feel like there are better things to spend my money on than weather stripping at this point. Or at any point. But that probably will not be an option. So the idea is to remove this carefully enough that I can reuse it. Christmas tree clips lock into slots in the weather stripping, and then they push into drilled holes here in the door. Fortunate thing is that there hasn't been any gluing as I go along and remove this. So at the trailing edge, screw missing. There was a screw there. So we'll just be careful as we come around the corner and see what happens. There was a little bit of glue that was holding this down to the door. I assume still that screw would go into that hole, just be a small one. I guess I had to replace that because I believe there's also a chrome strip involved here somehow that is with the window and the fuzzies, and it's kind of a blur to my memory, but anyway, weather stripping is off. Most of the little clips are still intact. The ones that aren't, I'll pull out and shove back into the weather strip. And if I choose to replace this, then I'll just use weather strip adhesive to ensure that it stay in place. But now with it out, I have the ability to paint all the way up into this area and make the decision as to, what color this is going to be. Do I paint the whole door the red of the exterior? Still all up in question, but at least if I choose to this weekend, I will have sanded and cleaned this area off, sanded this area smooth, and then shoot it all with on this side with the epoxy primer. Again, the weather strip is intact, still relatively soft, so we're going to try to save it. Doesn't quite go all the way, but enough to get the effect. Right, so as careful as I was still, in this case, right at the edge, unable to keep the clip with the weather stripping. So I had actually two of them. That one I was able to get back in. So what I did was just get one end stuck in the hole, take the screwdriver, push it back, and try to get the other end into the pocket of the weather stripping. I didn't want to go, we'll try the other direction. So push in. In there. I was able to get it back in. So that one should be ready to go. And now we'll just continue around the end of the door and see how we do. Alright, left one behind. So get the needle nose pliers behind it. Okay, that tool seemed to do it. So now we'll stick this into the hole from whence it came, right there in the weather strip. Alright, still looking at the passenger door here. This is one that I did the most amount of Bondo work on. It was the one that had a gash all the way in this area on down. And as I'm looking at this under the light, under some light, I was seeing that there were like high spots. I was kind of feeling it with my hand, but I did find one ding right where was I looking? Right there, I guess. Yeah, right there. So I'm gonna get the Bondo out for it. A little bit of a ding in here too that I'm pretty sure I worked on that edge. But maybe I won't use Bondo, maybe I'll just use the filler. This is all gonna get the gray high build primer over it. I'm not really expecting to fill stuff that I can see with high build primer, but yeah, I think it just is going to be as good as it's going to be. I guess there was a reason I chose not to use gloss black again for the color on this. Alright, we'll put the other door up here too. Alright. That certainly looks like, feels like a crease that should get a coat just coming straight across there. Will bodywork ever end? Highly doubt it. There's a little ding here. That's too much for the putty. Some of these other smaller ones I could probably get away with the putty, but I'm already mixing up a batch of filler. May as well use the filler. And a little bit here, and there. Not thrilled with this area around the mirror. It's kind of hard to see, but I can feel that it's just not as flawless as I'd like. Alright, looks like I'll mix up a little filler to attack those few spots. So So I mixed up a small batch. We'll just glaze it in there. A little bit there. Yeah, I did circle up there. Need to get those too. All right, and we'll move on to the other door. All right, because I had a little bit of filler left, I went ahead and found some more places on this fender that could use some filler attention. So who knows? Maybe come Saturday, I'll have 3 pieces of bodywork to shoot with primer.